Okay, so I'm going to show you how to put a lid on this. This is at least my example that I'm going to use. I have a circle that I've traced on the top that I'm going to cut out for the lid of my teapot. I'm just going to cut this straight in. And so it's going to fall, or it's going to want to fall into the pot. And so it's not going to actually function as a lid yet. And so I'm going to show you what you need to do that. Okay, so I've cut this piece off. What's nice is this is a puzzle piece. It just fits right back. Okay, so now what I've done is I've rolled out some slabs that are 1/8 of an inch thick. Sometimes using these thicker ones, they're harder to maneuver and to get inside here. I would go ahead and go with the 1/8 of an inch. So if you're going to be gone tomorrow and you're going to be hybrid, then I would roll those out before you leave. So I traced a different circle. Okay, this is bigger than the one right here. And so I'm going to go ahead and I cut that out, you can see. And then I traced a smaller circle than what this one is, okay, in the center of this. Okay, so let me show you just what all these circles will help us do. Okay, so now I have like a donut piece of this thin slab, and this is going to fit inside here. And so I'm going to have to take my scoring tool It could also be, so I could use this one or like single, like scratch inside here with this. Gosh, I don't know if that will fit. Let's try. No, I'm going to do this way. So I'm going to put some texture in the bottom of this. Okay, anything that's not so pretty can get blended later. So don't worry about that. You want the texture so it's actually going to adhere and you don't want it to drop off. So I've scored and slipped on the inside of that. I've scored, and then I'm going to go through and put some slip underneath here. Okay, and then this piece has to go inside of this. I'm going to go ahead and just cut to keep this so it'll like open it up. And then I'm going to score and slip the outside of this ring because I want it to attach underneath here. Okay, so I've got that one. I'll do the same thing. And just by opening this up, it'll help it like be able to bend and move and twist inside there. Move my hand, maybe you can see. So I'm going to press that on the inside and just slowly work my way around. Since it's the right size, as long as I'm not like stretching this, it should fit. And if it does get stretched, then you're just going to have to slice and cut that part off. Okay, so you can see this section inside here. My seam is a little overlapped, but I think that'll be okay. So I've got like a slab that's underneath here. So then when I put this piece back on, this is going to have a section where it's going to not drop through. Okay, so you have that ledge. You do need to make sure that you press all the way around, that's going to stick. And then it might be that your lid is a little snug and you have to kind of fine tune to get that to fit back in. Okay, and you could even roll. Oh, that's actually it. This is one I had cut out, which is why it's not fitting. There we go. So I would probably need to go through and check the sides and then just gradually take some of this off and make sure that it's going to fit. Okay, so that's just so this side looks better. I'm just going to have to go over here. But little by little, because you don't want it to be too small. Okay. So as long as this isn't, I mean, people are worried this is going to stick. If it's not scored and slipped, it shouldn't stick. Okay. But I have that ledge inside here. This fits in the top. You would do whatever you want to do with your like handle for this. Okay. It could be a coil. It could be like a knob. It could be like a flat kind of piece that you put on there. So it's kind of up to you on what you want to do to actually pick this up. Just like on our mugs, I wouldn't pick this up by the handle right now because it's not strong. Okay, you need to let it dry, be fired, glazed, and then fired again for this to actually have strength for it to be removed by just having that section on. Okay, so that's what you would do with the lids, with this little area inside. The next thing that we need is a spout. And some people have seen this in a roundabout way because we did animals and we made their legs hollow. But not everybody's seen this. So I'm going to go ahead and take a big piece of clay and I'm going to squish this so it's round, roll it in my hands to smooth it out, and then put it on the table and roll it. For a teapot spout, I want this to be shaped like a carrot, so it's big on one side, small on the other. So I'm going to angle my hand. Hey guys, make sure you were watching. I'm going to angle my hand so I can get something that is shaped like this. Okay. I'm going to go ahead and cut the top and the bottom off. Okay, so I have a shape this way. I'm going to be able to put this skewer in the bottom of this, and then as I rotate to make sure that it goes through the center, I'm going to twist. Okay, and by twisting, then it helps me guide it through the center and not poke it out the side. Okay, so you can see that piece is there. Now when I roll this, I'm going to roll this side more. There's more clay on this side. And so that tells you that that piece has to roll more. And so we're going to roll like an arc. So you would roll up this way and back. And this makes a spout for us that we don't have to score and slip. We don't have to like roll out a flat piece and wrap this around and score and slip it. We've made this hollow using something from the inside. Okay, so this is like way better, way faster, less work. Okay, so I have this funny shape or this hollowed out piece. There are some stipulations on how you have to put this on because this looks really funny if it's put on wrong. Okay, we don't want anything to just stick out the side. Okay, it doesn't make any sense to have it down here. Okay, or up here. Okay, we want the teapot spout to be at an angle and we want it to be level with the top of the pot. If it's down like this, then even if you don't plan on putting water in it, it looks funny because when you think about filling this up with water, it's going to start leaking before you can even get it filled, right? So it needs to be level with it. And so there's two cuts that you have to make. So if I'm holding it here, and this is where I want my teapot spout to go, I have to look, let me see if I can hold this. I have to look at what angle my pot is right here. And I need that to be on this. Okay, so it's the same thing. It needs to be parallel right here. So I'm going to draw a line right there. So it's the same as this. Okay, so I'm going to go ahead and cut that off. And continue that like through the wall so I have a curve. So now this is going to sit and it's going to look like, okay, like this. Let's see if I can see the side of it. And then this has to be cut off at the top. Okay, so this needs to be level. This still looks goofy. So I'm going to make sure that this is level with the top of it. Oops. And so this is sideways. I'm going to cut this part off. And so this looks how Teapot should look. This is at the bottom. It's angled up and then it's level with the top. Okay, so now if I was going to score and slip this on, what you would do is you would trace. Okay, so I'm going to trace the outside. Everybody wants to cut on this line. Okay, this is just guiding you on where this should go. You have to give yourself a place to score and slip this teapot spout to. So if you cut this out, this is going to just slide into it. Okay, it's going to fit into the hole. So you have to cut inside this like 1/4 of an inch. So you're cutting on that center one. So now you can score and slip right here. And score and slip right here. And put this piece on. Okay, now you can do lots of things to change this. Before you actually put this on, this is just the most basic spout that there is. A round, like tapered cylinder that's leveled off at the top. It should be level with the top of this. And then rounded so it fits the side of the teapot.